All right, let's head over to the gym now. It is pretty warm. It is pretty warm, and the sun is letting us know it because I got into the car and it was felt like a sauna. But luckily, we were able to stop by the liquor store and pick up one of these bad boys. So I was getting ready for the gym today, and then I was about to start taking my pre-workout to start heading to the gym. I literally just said I was going to the gym. So don't mind me repeating myself, but I noticed that we just didn't, or now we, I keep, we, when I say we, and I think I'm gonna have to repeat it until it kind of becomes a thing. Because when I say we, I'm talking about, I'm including you guys with me. And so I'm never talking about myself. I'm just saying we went to go get this, we got this, or whatever it is. So that's just typically my mindset. And so I'm always going to be saying we, and it just feels more comfortable for me to say it that way. But I didn't end up ordering anything from Amazon or from Costco. And I forgot that I was running low yesterday. And I was telling myself all day yesterday, dude, don't forget, order a pre-workout until maybe you get something from Costco. Because the deal that we get at Costco is pretty good. The pre-workout that we get is Mr. Hyde, and we get two tubs because we get a pretty good amount of servings with those, and it's pretty good. But until then, we're gonna have to pick up maybe one from Amazon in the meantime because I think the one from Costco is only shipping only, and so I have to wait for it. So we're a little bit out of luck there, but we do live super close to a liquor store, so we were able to pick up one of these. It is not my favorite thing to drink as a pre-workout just because it doesn't have anything that it honestly benefits you that much, to be completely honest with you, except for maybe some caffeine. But I would rather have things like beta alanine and things like that in my pre-workouts before the gym. But we do have a little bit of those substances in our body because I ended up finding another Mr. Hyde that I ordered from Amazon as a little bit of a secret stash. I had like the smallest amount, maybe like a quarter of a scoop. So sad, a quarter of a scoop, and I was just scraping and getting as much as I could from it so I can then just combine it with this. So I ended up taking that, and we're about to take this. So let me take this real quick, let me down it, and then we'll start. Let me make sure I also don't take the wrong way because we're taking a new way to the gym from the apartment because there was a bunch of traffic and we also had to stop by a liquor store. So we had to maneuver around a little bit, but hopefully I do not get lost. I do not get lost. Let me take a few sips of this and then we'll continue talking. Oh my God. This is so good. It uh it tastes exactly how it says it's gonna taste, which is something that I love about Ghost because their formulas are fire and these things taste so good. So if any other pre-workout can have everything like beta alanine, all that citrulline and all that stuff in it, I would be super happy. And if it tasted like this, that'd be the best. But I really haven't tried. I have really haven't tried any really good pre. Honestly, I think Ghost has one of the best, I guess, energy drink that you would call it. I wouldn't even call it like a pre-workout, to be honest. I'm gonna call it an energy drink. It's like drinking a Monster. So I'm not gonna call this a pre. I'm gonna call it we're taking an energy drink today to just give us a little bit more of a boost. It's not gonna help us out that much. But today is back day. Today is shoulders, and we are itching for some pull-ups. I was just watching Dr. Mike and Urs do a back day and a shoulder day, and it just looked amazing, and it just got me so pumped up yesterday when I got home, and I was like, what better time to watch this than a day right before back day and shoulder day. So it's gonna really motivate us today because Urs is, I think, it's someone I look up to because his physique is just fire. The way he talks, the way he kind of composes himself and everything. He's super dope. He seems like a super chill guy to kind of hang around with, and I've been really getting into his content. So I've been watching a lot of his collabs, and I've just been watching a few of his other a few of his other videos as well. But man, Urs has been super entertaining lately, and I've been watching a bunch of his stuff. I also saw this collab with Larry Wheels and Urs, which was super cool. It's I like how they have a how Urs always says, "Show the legs, show the legs," and I find it so funny because you're not getting away with skipping leg day if you're training with Urs because he's gonna have you show the legs, and that should tell you that you should not be skipping leg day. Because then what if someone's like, "All right, let's get a pose down," and then you're getting a pose down ready and everything, and then you've never worked out legs, and then it just looks crazy. So don't skip out on legs. Don't skip out on any muscle group. Show some love to everything. Make sure that you're working it out twice a week. That is the best and most optimal amount of times. I wouldn't get anywhere past two, to be honest. Like training 3 times a week, that's for sure a little bit too much. Mostly if you're doing a lot of volume. So 2 times is the sweet spot. And then just really working on that stretch, really working on that progressive overload. And that is going to be the recipe to some crazy gains. Some crazy gains. So we're gonna start with some pull-ups. Then we're gonna move over to some cross-body work that we typically do for our lats as well. I feel like back is a little bit a bigger muscle group, so I feel like I'm doing way more exercises than I do for other muscle groups for sure. Because I feel like I have to really, really work on my lats separately than my overall back, for example. So we train lats and we also train our upper back and our lower back. And so we're typically doing 5 sets of lats. And then the other stuff is a lot of rows and things like that where I'm really focusing on getting a really, really crazy stretch. And then also making sure that my elbows are passing my back to make sure that I'm getting a really good squeeze. We're fighting a little bit of traffic right now, but it's not too crazy. It is not too crazy. Let me take a few more sips of this and then I'll continue talking. Okay, this thing is fire. This thing is fire. Hopefully, today is not super busy. Jasmine got in to the gym a little bit earlier, so she kind of let me know how busy it was already, and she said it was a little bit empty. So I'm hoping that it stays that way. But we are going a little bit later, so I know that can sometimes get a few surprises. The next thing you know, I get there and it's like hella packed. Okay, let me see. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's switch over and see if we end up doing pull-ups because you never know. Those assisted pull-up machines can be taken and then we end up doing some pull-downs. So cross your fingers that today's a smooth day and that we end up getting access to all the machines as we're going through our exercises. I will see you guys in the next clip. All right, let's go ahead and do our first set. We're gonna do, I think, 2 sets without assistance. So we're gonna do without this little mechanism here, and then I think on our last one, we'll get a little bit of assistance just so we can get our chin above the bar, just a tiny bit more. But we'll see how many we can get on this first one. We're gonna try to get as many as we can, hopefully. It's also getting a little bit packed at the gym right now, so we gotta hurry up and beat the crowd a little bit. Let's see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna give these one more time, or a chance one more time, because last time they let me down for this specifically. So let's see. Let's see if they regain themselves.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. I think I'm gonna do a quick pause set and hit it for maybe 2 to 3 more. We'll see how many you can get. Let me actually move the camera just a tiny bit. Make sure the focus is on me too, because it likes to play around. All right. On this spot, so let's try to get at least maybe 2, 3 more. Get them really pretty good stretch. See how it goes. If I can get this through. Okay, that was good. Let's go ahead and do one more just like that. I'll give you guys a bit of a side view. In the meantime, I'm gonna take maybe, I don't know, 10, 30 seconds, depending on how much I need, and then we'll hit again. Hopefully I can get at least a solid, I don't know, 6 to 7. I feel pretty hard. Also, when you're all the way at the bottom, and then I'm thinking about my elbows pushing me up, really driving in my elbows into my lats. And that is usually the cue that tells me to push up. Once I start feeling my lats activate, I kind of just start drilling my elbow down. I hope that kind of makes sense. But maybe it's just with the practice and the mind muscle connection that I build over time. But I can typically feel the muscle as I'm working it out. And sometimes Jasmine be telling me, am I supposed to be feeling in my triceps or in my chest or something? And I'm like, nah, we're doing like something completely different. So the mind muscle connection really is really important. So don't forget about that. This right here. Listen to it. All right. Let's get hopefully 6 or 7. Pull-ups are hella hard. I don't know how people do this shit for like 20. It's like it almost seems impossible. All right. Let's do it. Nice and slow. Okay. Let's drop set it. All right. Just a little bit of help. Nothing too crazy. Let's try to get these maybe, I don't know, 3, 4. Pretty nice and slow, but we'll see. Okay, that was pretty good. The next one's gonna be assisted because that was hard. Oh man. I think we're gonna move to the cables right behind you guys and do some crossbody work there. I think that'll be pretty good. I'm gonna take maybe I don't know my 30 more seconds and I'll start my third set. Even when I do assisted, it still fucks me up. I'm telling you guys, I think what's motivating me today is that video I watched from Urs where he was doing back day with Dr. Mike. I think that was pretty dope. And it was yesterday at night, so it was right before I went to sleep. Perfect motivator. Let's drop set it. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Let's move over to the cables right behind you guys and do some crossbodies there. Or if one of the other cable stacks is open, we'll get that one, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and do our second exercise for this. Like I mentioned, we're gonna do some crossbody work. Do it for 2 sets, all the way to failure. That's typically how we take it. Man, rather than having a bunch of car trouble, and it's been crazy to deal with, honestly. It's super annoying to deal with a bunch of car trouble. But let's try to make the best out of it today. Try to go hard. We're gonna start with our left, because it's usually my weaker hand, and I'll match it after. Okay. Let's just sit on this hand. Okay, that was good. Let's give you guys a different view. Okay, let's go ahead and let's do this next one. I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a different angle to let you guys see that, but after this, I think we're gonna go get that either that row machine that we like, that isolation machine, or we do the regular rows that you typically see people do. So I think either one will do pretty good damage. We ended up going up a little bit from 50 to 53 just because it felt a little bit on the lighter side, but I think I can make it just a tiny bit harder with this next one. So let's see how it goes. Make sure this thing's on me. Perfect. Let's get the same on this hand. I need to catch my breath for maybe 10 seconds and then we'll start away. Understood. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go grab the row machine. Hopefully it's not taken. Okay. So we got access to our favorite machine. We're gonna sit here for we're gonna sit here for the entire rest of back day. So we're gonna do 3 sets or 2 sets. You know what? I think I'm gonna do 2 sets. 2 crazy sets of the upper handle and then 2 crazy sets of the bottom handle. So for the bottom handle, the only difference is I'm going to try to drive it as close as possible to my lat and try to keep it in as much as possible. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully we can get more than last week, but we'll see. All right. We're going to try to go a little bit heavier. Let's try 170. It's our first time. We have the Versa grip, so I think these should be pretty good. All right. Let's hope for the best. Okay. One more just like that. I think we can keep it at 170. Man, this feels pretty good. I'll see you guys in the next set. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a close up for this one. We're gonna stick to the same way, which is 170. We got the craziest stretches. What I really like at this machine is because it's chest supported, I get no activation on my lower back, and so it's purely just my back doing all the work, and that's what we want. Sometimes I feel like my lower back is a little bit compromised when I'm doing maybe the seated ones that don't have a support like this. So if you can get your hands on something that's supported, I would go with those. I feel like they help you get better gains just because you can stabilize so much better. You can load them so much better. So I would go with that. If you do have those equipment in your gym, but if you don't, I think flowing control is a way. As long as you're doing something, as long as you're not ego lifting. I think ego lifting is the biggest mistake people usually make. You want to make sure you're taking everything through the full range of motion and going through it. Ooh, and make sure I press on myself, because then you can't even see me. That's it. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and switch the handle now, so we can work a little bit on our mid back to lower back. But it feels like the gym's going by pretty fast today, which is nice. It doesn't feel like like it's taking way too long. Like some days I'd be expecting it to end pretty quickly. Next thing you know, 2 hours go by or something, and I'm spending like so much time over here. So, all right, I think we're gonna stick to around the same weight for this next one too. I think that'll be pretty good. What I'm gonna do this time though is I'm gonna put it a little bit more this way, so that way you guys can get a better view. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's do this last exercise for back because we're reaching that limit for our back. It's already pretty pumped. I think I'm not gonna. It's just a little bit weird to show you guys the back pump right before I do shoulder because I kind of wanted to get through it. So I think what I'll do is I'll just show you guys whatever back pump I have once I'm at the end, just because I feel like let's just save me just a tiny bit more time. All right, let's put some music. Let's see what we're gonna listen to. All right, this is what we're gonna go with. All right, so we're just gonna grab it from this handle right here, and then just drive it. Perfect. All right, let's do it. Oh no, no. Okay. We just drink some water. Let's finish this up. I think I might move down just a tiny bit from 160 to 150, just to give me a little bit more room to get maybe like one or two more reps because that last one felt fucking hard. And this kind of the end of the back day, so already pretty beat. Okay, let's take off those. Let's take off that 10. All right, so sometimes it's a little bit easier when you have someone else, and it can help you kind of push this, but Nice. Okay. So originally we would do this maybe with a different bit of a setup, but I think we can do something with this. What I'm gonna do is just kind of put my feet forward, bring them back. I think I might do them one at a time. I think that'll be pretty good. I'm gonna use these bad boys to help me stabilize as much as possible, and that way it can also stay on my wrist, and I don't have to use any of my forearm. So we'll probably do that. Let's switch the little camera so I can see it. Let's start with our lift. Oh, we're doing both at the same time. I'm kind of feeling like that actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, oh, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and drop down to maybe 22.5. I think that'll be pretty good. Yeah. The only unfortunate part about that, I have to go to the other side of the gym to grab it. So that's have to do what we gotta do. All right, let's do our second one. We're gonna do them both at the same time. Oh, actually, I'm gonna grab the 20s. Oh man. Okay. I think we can stick to 20s. No, as long as it's a weekday, because it wouldn't make sense for me to be working on a Saturday, Sunday. Okay, one more. But I don't think I'm gonna record this fourth one just because it's a little repetitive. So I'll see you guys in the reverse pec day. Let's go ahead and let's do our first set of these. I think I'm just gonna show you guys the first set, and then that way it doesn't prolong any of the video any longer. And so the video is just a tiny bit shorter. And I think the next clip after this one that you guys will see is probably the pump check. Yesterday we couldn't really find a good spot to do a pump check, so we weren't able to include it. This time I'm already seeing a little bit more space here right next to us. So I think we're gonna grab that and show you guys what kind of damage we did. Let's go hard. We're gonna start off with 115. And I think we're going to do it one hand at a time just to make sure that we're getting a pretty good range and we're putting the same amount of effort through each hand. Let's put some music too. Okay. We got 6 on this hand. I think what we're going to do is get 6 on our right, and then we're going to drop set it and just do a dual. I think that'll be pretty good. I'm going to take a quick break and finish that off. I'm going to drop set now. Okay. I'll see you guys for the pose down. If that little spot that's next to us gets taken, then we'll maybe go downstairs. We'll see what we end up getting. But we'll get a pump trick this time around. I'll see you guys then. We'll stay here for 3 more. Okay. We found a pretty good spot. Let's see what kind of damage we did today. All right, let's do the back view. Let's do that one more time. Okay, we're done for today. We're gonna do some cardio, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then I think we're gonna do some pizza today. So we have some pizza waiting for us. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna end up using the crust that we ended up buying from Costco. So we have a pretty solid meal waiting for us post workout. And we have a bunch of calories because I kind of procrastinated today on eating. So that was a little bit on me. Thankfully, it didn't affect my workout too much. So that was pretty good. And it got a little bit busy, but it didn't get crazy busy, which is nice. It was just right. It was just right. I think next week what we'll do is I think we'll end up doing some pull downs, and then I think for sure this summer on we're gonna end up doing the cable machine. I think it's good to kind of like go back and forth between maybe the cable machine and then just doing the dumbbells. Today we ended up doing the dumbbells a little bit of a different style. As you guys know, as we ended up using the preacher curl, we kind of sat back a little bit more to get a little bit more of a stretch at the bottom. So it wasn't too bad. I kind of liked it. I felt pretty good stabilization throughout the whole thing. So I think we did good. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow for some quads, for some biceps, and some forearms too. So I'm pretty excited. Tomorrow we're gonna end up probably doing probably the hack squat and the belt squat. I'm pretty excited because those have been my favorites so far. And then the new leg extension machine. Man, we have so many toys now at this gym that I don't think I haven't really properly tried every single thing like how I would like. I think I have a little bit more time. So thankfully each session is we're gonna get a little bit used to them, and then we're gonna be able to mess around with them to our liking. So I think we'll be set. All right, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys had a good one. Don't skip